man is back.
Oh, okay, boys. Oh my gosh, the man got that stuff. This is a 5 out of freaking 5.
It is beat making time.
Next week is E3 week. My album comes out next week.
I have the leopard. Look at that, my God.
This is your boy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This is your boy Dash, the True Inferno. Back at it with another Pokemon Unite commentary video gameplay for you guys, and believe it or not, we are counting down the days before I switch it up here. The Pokemon Unite videos will be coming to the end. We're gonna be switching over to Call of Duty Black Ops 6 commentary videos. So yes, that is happening really soon. Now, on to this video. So we got there's a lot of news that's been dropping over the course of the past few days. So for example, Jimmy Butler wants out of Miami. Tyreek Hill, I think that's his name, wants out of Miami as well. And we got the Fox Sports Skip Bayless debacle with the accusation made against that entire company. A lot of news is going on right now. But I got to start with the NFL playoffs. I got to start with that first. But those other videos will be coming over the course of the next, 2 weeks or so. So, in fact, I think I may combine the two Miami videos because Jimmy Butler and Tyreek Hill are two all-stars at the very least. And they both went out of Miami, but in different sports, football and basketball, which is crazy. But we got to start, speaking of sports, we got to start in the NFL. We got to start with the NFL playoffs. So, I got to give you guys my NFL playoff predictions. So let's start off with the NFC. So let's recap who's all in. The Detroit Lions, my Detroit Lions, got the #1 seed, which was expected by me. Okay, so there's that. The #2 seed is going to the Philadelphia Eagles. The #3 seed, which is a bit of a shocker, will go to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And here's another shocker. The #4 seed would go to the Los Angeles Rams after the start that they had, but then they picked it up late this year and have climbed back to get the #4 seed. The #5 seed would go to the Minnesota Vikings, despite the fact they got 14 wins, which is the first. A 14-win seed playing in wild card weekend and does not have home field advantage at all throughout these playoffs. Well, at the moment, unless every single seed above them get knocked out or something. So, but nevertheless, that's crazy. #6 seed, the Washington Commanders, I think that's what they are. I've almost called them Generals. And actually, there's news that, or reports rather, that they may change the names back to the Washington Redskins. But that's another story for another day. #6 seed, the Washington Commanders. That's what they call now, even though Generals sound better than Commanders. But it is what it is. And the #7 seed, the Green Bay Packers, who are in a world of trouble. And I'll explain more of that later. Now, let's move on to the AFC side. So, we got the #1 seed, Kansas City Chiefs, which was, for the most part, expected. The #2 seed belongs to the Buffalo Bills. The #3 seed belongs to the Baltimore Ravens, even though they looked like that at the jump of the season. But things change, and here they are. And the #4 seed goes to the Houston Texans, which is, I'll be honest, they kind of been forgotten about. Let's be honest. They kind of been forgotten about. The #5 seed goes to the Los Angeles Chargers. And then the #6 seed would go to the Pittsburgh Steelers, who was leading their own division, but then they lost it to the Ravens. And the #7 seed go to the Denver Broncos. So let's start off with these predictions, shall we? So we got let's start off with this one. Green Bay against Philly. So this is the second time that these two teams are meeting up, and it's going to happen in Philly, no less, for the second time this season as well. So that's pretty interesting. So here's the deal. In Philly's case, I don't know if Jalen Hurts, Philly's quarterback, is going to play. Because he's in concussion protocol. And if you remember what happened with Tua from Miami, that lasts weeks. That's last weeks. So, we don't know where's Jalen Hurts is at regarding the concussion protocol. I don't know if he's going to play. I haven't seen any reports of him playing. So, I have no idea where they at. None. Not at all. I have no clue. So this is going to be very interesting. But and then looking at the other side, their quarterback, Jordan Love rather, he got injured in the last game of the regular season. So he lost his feeling on his throwing arm. Now, that's not as severe as being in concussion protocol. But at the same time, I don't like, but you know, and also I gotta mention this not at the same time, but I don't know, like more than likely he's gonna be fine. More than likely he's gonna play. So that's not the biggest concern. The biggest concern, they actually lost their star wide receiver actually. He got it required in the last, ironically enough, in the last game of the regular season. He needs surgery. He needs surgery. I forgot his name. I'm trying to find his name, but this dude needs surgery, which is crazy to think about. It's crazy to think about. So this is going to be a very interesting scenario. Yeah, here it is. Christian Watson. That's his name. He got a torn ACL, so he's pretty much done. Like, he's not playing in the playoffs. It's a wrap. It's over. So, again, the question here is, will Jordan Love, well, more likely Jordan Love would play, but will Jalen Hurts play? Now, here's what I would say to that, because again, I have not heard much about this, but here's what I would say to that. If Jalen Hurts plays, Eagles winning this game. Like, there's no way around this. Eagles are winning this game. And actually, let me look at this ESPN news article that was dropped like literally 25 hours ago for the most part. As it stands right now, we don't know. We really don't know if he's going to play. So let me see. Let me read this one paragraph. Multiple sources in contact with Hurts has expressed optimism about him playing against Green Bay, but it ultimately comes down to whether he'll be able to make it through all the stages of the protocol, including being cleared by an independent neurological consultant. So, and as far as I know, that hasn't happened yet. So if Jalen Hurts plays, then the Eagles are winning this game, no problem. If Jalen Hurts don't play, this is going to be a closer game than most people think. But even with that, I still like Philly because of the defense. I'm going to go with Philly because of the defense. So I got Philly winning this game, whether Jalen Hurts plays or not. So there's that. Now let's take a look at the 3-6 matchup. So Tampa Bay against Washington. This to me is going to be a shootout. Both defenses don't exist really that much. But I will favor Washington defense more so than Tampa Bay's, especially given the fact that they beat Philly recently. So, and that was a game where Jalen Hurts got that concussion. So, but ever since then, Washington defense stepped up, which is crazy. So I favors Washington defense over Tampa Bay's, but both of those offenses can go. More so Tampa Bay than Washington. But despite that, I think it'll come down to which team would get the ball last to end the game. I think Washington go get the ball last to end the game. I believe it or not, I got Washington winning this game. So yeah, the number 6 seed will move on to play the Detroit Lions in the divisional round. So now we got the 4-5 matchup, and Minnesota lost to this squad, LA, earlier in the year in LA. Now they gotta go back. I don't see Minnesota. Did I say Washington? I meant Minnesota. I don't think Minnesota winning this one. LA been hot, especially with their offense. Now the problem with Minnesota's offense is their strength, their bread and butter is defense. Is their defense. But they're going against a really good offense in the Rams, who again been hot over the course of these past few weeks getting into the playoffs. I like the Rams to win this game and move on to the next round. So we're going to have the Rams going on the road against Philly. And this is going to be a tough one right here because now we talk about not necessarily a better defense by a large margin, but it's still good nevertheless. And Philly's offense, again, we don't know if Jalen Hurts is going to play this game as well. We don't know. First of all, if Jalen Hurts don't play this game, the Rams are winning this game easily. If Jalen Hurts does not play this game, the Rams are winning this game easily. If Jalen Hurts does play this game, it's going to be a closer game, but I believe that the Rams will pull through and get a road victory over Philly, meaning that the Rams will be in the NFC Conference Championship game. Now, who will they face? Oh, it's going to be Detroit. Detroit is easily going to destroy Washington, in my opinion. Washington do not have the defense to contain Detroit's offense. And Detroit's defense has been surprising people. They have been improving. They're getting their players back. And Detroit at home going to be crazy. Washington will not be able to handle that home crowd. So I see a rematch from last year's first round match. First round match. And a rematch of week 1. The Rams coming into Detroit again to take on the Lions. in the NFC Conference Championship game. And I got Detroit winning that game because the Rams cannot stop them. The Rams cannot stop them, and Detroit's defense have been improved since the last time they met. I like Detroit going to the Super Bowl. Now let's take a look at the other side. Let's start off with the 2-7 matchup. A lot between Buffalo and Denver. A lot of people saying this is going to be closer than, you know, what some people think. Obviously, with the Buffalo Bills, they got Josh Allen, who is an MVP candidate. And at one point in time, I would have said he was my MVP, but now I'm not sure. With these numbers that Lamar Jackson putting up, despite having Derrick Henry, I mean, you may have to give it to Lamar again. But nevertheless, this game going to be tough because of the defense that Denver possess, that will bring, rather. I'm still going with Buffalo. It's going to be a close game, but I'm still going with Buffalo to win this game. Now the 3-6 matchup. The third time these two teams are facing off this season. Pittsburgh on the road against Baltimore. They split the regular season series 1 apiece. To be honest, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you guys. This one can go either way. And I will be honest. I am rooting for Pittsburgh to win this game. But here's the problem with this one. Baltimore won 4 straight going into the playoffs. Pittsburgh lost 4 straight going into the playoffs. And Baltimore's at home. So it makes common sense to go with Baltimore here. So I'm going with Baltimore to win this one. And then we got the 4-5 matchup as the Chargers will take on the Houston Texans. Winners will go to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs. I'm going to go with the upset, if you can call it upset. I got the Chargers going on the road and knock it off Houston. Setting up a divisional matchup for the third time this season, another one, between Kansas City and the Chargers. This is going to be a close game than most people think. But I like the Chiefs rather, to win that game. And then we got Baltimore against Buffalo in Buffalo, quote unquote. That is going to be another close game. I'm going to be honest. Defense will not exist in that game. But nevertheless, I'm going with Buffalo. I think Josh Allen will pull through and will knock off Lamar Jackson. Even though Lamar Jackson will be the MVP, with Josh Allen being a close second, I still got Josh Allen, the Buffalo Bills, winning this one. Setting up another interesting matchup between the Bills and the Chiefs. Chiefs are at home here, facing off against Buffalo once again. This is going to be another close game. But when it comes to going up against Josh Allen, despite Josh Allen putting up great numbers against the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes always find a way to pull through. And I got the Chiefs knocking out the Bills to go to the Super Bowl. So, yes, it's a boring 1 versus 1 seed, which is something that I don't like. But the way things are looking, I mean, I can't go against this Super Bowl matchup. The Chiefs against the Lions, and the Lions are too much for the Chiefs. The Lions got the better offense, and while the Chiefs going to be scoring, but not as much like the Lions will, because the Lions defense at this point will be back, not fully back, but back. So I got the Lions winning the Super Bowl. You could say that's like a homer pick, but I don't care. I got the Detroit Lions winning the Super Bowl, and when that happens, I'm shedding tears of joy. And I'm going to call it a wrap from there. So with all that said, y'all know what this is. This is boy New J Gatsby, a.k.a. New Stephen A. Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah.